I, if you're watching the replay, I am going to try to take this sweater apart. I keep putting it on and not liking it, but I love this yarn, so I'm going to try again to make something else with it. So, you know, we'll see if that works out. It's not always easy trying to take a project apart. And I'm having trouble finding on the sleeves where I ended, which seems like it should be easy to... Hi, Kenyatta. It's showing me that nobody's in the live, so I don't know. That was so weird. How are you feeling? I saw your post about the flu, like really getting you. Oh no, I am so sorry. Oh, and you've had it for a while too. This wasn't like new. You were sick last week too. I hope that you can beat this because that stinks being sick for so long. Oh. Are you able to crochet or anything while you're doing it, or are you just feeling like so sick all you can do is lay there? I know when I had COVID a couple weeks ago, like there was a day that I was like, oh, I wish I could at least be crocheting, but all I could do was lay there. Oh, it feels like it started over? Oh, that's frustrating. So like maybe you have a different strand or something like that. Like you got one strand of the flu and then got sick with another one. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. Oh, I think I got this. Ah, yay. I'm taking apart. I really liked the color of this yarn and I made a cardigan, but every time I wear it, I take it off right away because I don't really like it on me. So I want to reuse this yarn. I'm struggling to get an order done, just don't want to do anything. Oh, that is such a bummer. I know, and then when you have like the commitment to do the Etsy stuff, it's kind of like you're stuck. Yeah, you're not feeling well, but you still have to do it. I guess if you're really... Hi, Sarah. Oh yeah, long time no talk. What, like 2 hours? So, yeah, I guess Kenyatta, if you're really like under the weather like that, I guess you could, you know, always like just put a, like you're away from your shop or your shop's not currently open. You can do that like temporarily. Hello, I see some new names on here. Unfortunately, I can only read English, so if you talk to me in another language, I'm sorry, I can't read it. What's everybody up to today? Hi, I am Indian Railway. Very nice. I am from the United States. Hello. I am definitely seeing some new names. Welcome. Do any of you crochet? Any of my new friends here? My channel is mostly about knitting and crocheting and yarn. Are you guys into that as well? Or were you just like, oh, look at that, I'll pop on that live, which is fine too. I'm just curious how everybody found me here. I was just saying earlier that one day I will come to the US. Nice. I am Heather. What is your name? Mr. And I'm afraid I'm going to mispronounce it. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that name. Fazal? I'm sorry if I said it wrong. But I'm Heather. And, you know, I was just saying that my channel is mostly about yarn, crocheting, and knitting, but I'm really happy to talk to anybody who's on here. We could see what's going on and what's new. Hi, K&K Crochet. I'm so glad you're here. It's nice to talk to you. Are you still working on hats? Crochet, yay! Alina, thank you for coming on and chatting. I know I've already shown this, but I have a cardigan that I crocheted for myself maybe a year or more, a little bit more ago. And every time I put it on, I'm just like, oh, I don't like it. So I'm taking it apart because I really like the yarn. So I'm hoping I can reuse the yarn. K&K is working on hats and hexie-cardies and a baby blanket. Those are all big projects, so I'm sure you're keeping busy with that. Now, are you making up your own patterns for these, or are you using other patterns that are out there? I'm curious. Sarah said, I'm at work right now, but just finished up some baby clothes to send out to another YouTube friend. Oh, that is so sweet. I know it's so special when you can get homemade stuff for babies. Thank you, Learn With Me. You're from India. Thank you for coming on and chatting. It must be evening for you there. I'm still in the afternoon. K&K said it depends. Hats, I'm using stitches and creating a basic hat to learn new stitches to me. I think that's a great thing to do. Pink dye. Oh, this one here. I have a pattern for that up on Etsy. That was fun to create. The others I'm using patterns. I know English slowly. Okay, sorry. I have a couple people here from India. I think that's really neat. Sarah said it was a touching story. It's not for her, but for her cousin's wife who lost the matriarchs in her who do crochet or knit. She wanted some heirloom clothes for her first baby. Oh, that's sweet. And that's so nice that you could do that. Okay, Learn With Me speaks Hindi. Okay. I only speak English. I'm sorry, but this is a great way for you to learn by coming on and listening to people talk. I wanted to learn Spanish. I've been doing Duolingo, but it really hasn't been, I really haven't learned anything because I'm not practicing it with anybody. So, like, I probably picked up a few words, but I can't speak it. So, a man said, my octopus looks good. Thank you. And then I have a sloth right next to it that's hanging up. Thank you guys for noticing that. These were a lot of like fun projects for me to do. There's an axolotl right there. That is really, really nice of you to notice that. There's a dragon head right here, that green. Can you send me that toy? Well, I want to keep them on my shelf for decoration, but, it was worth a shot to ask. Elena said, I just finished newborn outfit for a single mother on our block. That is so nice. I bet that she will cherish that. That is so nice. Learn With Me said, you can teach us English. Well, I don't know how to teach you other than just talking and, hopefully you can pick up some of the words we're saying. I'll try to go slower so that you can maybe catch some more of the words. Man said, can you show that dragon head up close? Yes. So it is, and I have a video tutorial for this on my YouTube site. It's a drawstring bag, so you can put stuff in there and then seal it up. These were so much fun. let's see. Nice to meet you, ma'am. God bless you. Good night. Talk to you soon. Thank you for stopping in. It was so nice of you to pop in and say hi. I love meeting all these new friends here. K and K said, Heather, what are you working on besides taking apart the cardigan? Oh, great Granny C's here. Hello. So I actually have a ton of things going on in my mind. So I did that watermelon pillow. I don't know if you got a chance to see it. And then I'm going to do a series of pillows for pets and for humans. And so I have sketches going on for that. I haven't really done the designs for that yet. But also, my boys are really good bowlers. They're on their bowling team for school. And they wanted to have a bowling hat. So I came up with this design, you know, with bowling pins and bowling balls. And so I just got the pattern together for it, and I want to do a tutorial on that. So I'm going to go back and forth, I think, with a pillow and then with a hat, because I think it would be fun to do other designs on hats, like, you know, maybe other sports or musical instruments. So there's just like a lot of things that can go together. So I've got a lot of ideas like floating, oops, I just dropped it, floating around in my mind. And it's just a matter of getting it all organized and having the time to do the tutorials. I think a lot of people don't realize how much time it takes to make a tutorial, you know. So, you know, that's what I'm doing. How about you guys? What are you doing, K and K? I know you're doing the hats and the blankets and the hexie. Are you doing some other things, or is that, I'm guessing that probably takes up a lot of your time. Great Granny C that said that would be awesome. I am excited to get all of these done. It's just a matter of like the time. Time is always a problem, right? Because I still have to work and you know, take care of my kids. Although they're getting a lot older, so. Where do I live? I live in Pennsylvania in the United States. Sarah said, like matching sets for me and my pupper. Yeah, well, you could make two of them. You know, I know that like what started all of that, let me just see real quick. Kenyatta said, I'm working on a lock sock for an order. Luckily, I gave myself 2 weeks to ship. Oh, that's good. And K said, posted a heart hat today. Oh, that's so fun. I actually think I saw that earlier. Was it the corner to corner heart hat? I'm working on amigurumi too. I know you guys keep busy, K. Great Granny C is saying, I'm making slippers for all my family and I want to make a cardigan for me. Oh, that's amazing. I bet your family will love that. As far as the pillows, what inspired all of that is my niece for Christmas, she requested a watermelon pillow for her cat. And so I was like, okay, I was like, well, how do I know her cat's going to like it? But I thought, well, whatever. So I made her a pillow, you know, of a watermelon. I kind of just made up my own pattern for it. And she liked it and she took it home and her cat loved it. And her cat was monopolizing it the whole time. And my niece, she's 13. She was like getting jealous because once she saw the pillow, she wanted it for herself. So I made her birthday is this month, so I made her own special pillow. I have a tutorial for the one I made for her. I can't show it because I already shipped it to her, but it's a cat sitting on a piano with music notes above it. And I made it kind of especially for her because she likes cats and she's a phenomenal piano player. Not just saying that as a proud aunt. She's really, really good. So, I kind of came up with that design, but I thought, maybe other people would like it too. So I've posted a couple of pillow patterns the past couple weeks, that cat one and then the watermelon one I just posted. But you know, I figure I call them like pet slash human because anybody could use them. So, do you have a pattern, Great Granny C, for the cardigan that you want to make, or are you gonna just kind of make your own? It's okay to be a proud auntie. Thank you. But I know everybody, when they talk about their kid or their niece or their nephew, is like, oh yeah, they're just so good at this. But sometimes it's true. All right, I am making some progress now. I was having trouble getting it started. But not yet, but I will wing it, I hope. Okay. I was wondering, you know, because I used a pattern to make this cardigan, and the pattern looked really pretty in pictures and stuff, but then when I went to make it, you know, I sat down and followed the pattern and made it, it just didn't look as good on me as it looked on the person in the picture. So, Marina, hi! I'm so glad you popped in. Just stop by and say hi. Have a great day. You too. I bet your daughter's really busy right now with the play going on and keeping you busy too. I've been doing like more tutorials and less like chatty videos. So I'm trying to make a goal of doing one vertical live a week. I did one last week and I thought, oh, it went so well. So I thought I'm going to try to do that every week. That way, you know, people will, you know, I'll get to still talk to people and then, you know, having the tutorials won't you know, kind of diminish that I'm doing content without a lot of talking. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Hi, Alley Cat Kimberly. I'm glad you popped in. I love seeing that. K&K said, I have to run, but it was so nice to drop in and catch up. I agree. It was really nice chatting with you. If you guys want to do our Battle of the Stitches, we would love to have you. I know you're busy, but just think about it, you know, and let us know, you know, because we would certainly love to have the two of you on our Battle of the Stitches. So yeah, give it some thought and email either me or Teresa if you guys think you can squeeze it in 1 month. It doesn't have to be this month. It can be whenever you want, whenever you have time. Sarah said, I like when you do the lives during the week because I get to lurk from work. Yay. K&K's been thinking about it. Yay. We would love it, please. So, yeah, and we have a big time difference between us, Sarah, so 13 months. Amazing, Granny C. She's been a member of my channel for 13 months. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I love all the special things that my members and I get to do together. That was really sweet of you to post that. Thank you. Maybe in the summer when Kristen isn't at school and teaching. Yeah, that makes sense. We already have somebody for June, but you could still join us in June. We're taking multiple people. But I'm just saying that, you know, if you wanted to schedule for June, July, or August, you know, if you felt like you'd be good, then, you know, you can let us know. We can give you the stitch for that month and you guys can play around and see what you could come up with. But that definitely makes sense. I get it. That's usually summer. I don't have to work in the summer either. So summer's usually when I plan, like, you know, my Christmas crochet along and all that stuff. It's kind of fun because I already know what I want to do for my crochet along this coming Christmas, Christmas of 2025. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and make it, like make the pattern for it yet, but it's kind of fun. Last year, I didn't know until summer what I wanted to do, but Sarah said it works for me because I don't go on YouTube much when I'm home at night. It's my time for the family. That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, Great Granny C said, it's been a pleasure for me. Thank you. It's been a pleasure for me too. I just really have fun with all that stuff that we do. Beverly said, good afternoon. I just woke up. I had a 2-hour nap. I was up at 4 a.m. to take our granddaughter for minor surgery this morning. I got back home around noon. I was tired. I don't blame you. That would be tiring, you know, up so early, and it's good that you had the chance to lay down and get the rest that you need. Are you guys having a nice day there today? Here it's sunny and in the 40s Fahrenheit, but it's really, really windy. We have a wind advisory and the wind is cold. So when I was outside, I took a short walk today, but when I was outside, it was actually pretty cold. I was expecting it to feel a little bit warmer, but that was just because of all of the wind. It's 76 there today and breezy. Oh, I would like breezy more if it was 76 here. I think ours went up to 47. So yeah, you're starting to get the nice weather. It takes us usually until April to get consistently nice weather. Oh, thank you, Great Granny C. Thank you so much. Oops. Beverly said yes, but the temperatures are supposed to drop again. Oh, so it's only a tease for you guys. I know occasionally that happens here in the winter too, where we'll have like a day or two that gets nice, you know, sunny and warm, and then it goes back to winter weather. And it's like, oh, that was a tease. Now I want the warmer weather again. Oh man, this is getting tangled here. I'm hoping at the end of this I can still reuse this yarn. We'll see if that works out. I'm trying to take apart a cardigan that I don't like. Every time I put it on, I take it off because I don't like it, but I love the yarn. I think the colors are so pretty, the pink and the gray. I liked it at first when I made it, but then, you know, as I was wearing it more, I was like, oh, I just really don't like the way this fits me. It doesn't fit me like it fits the person in the picture. And maybe that's the problem. I'm comparing myself to the person in the picture. But if I'm not going to wear it, I may as well take it apart. I love being able to plan my garden and stuff. So it's like right now I'm to the point where I feel like I want to do that, but it's way too early because I can't plant anything yet. I'm trying to remember, there was something that we could plant early. Was it asparagus? I don't know. I'm going to have to look it up. There was something I saw that you could plant early because it does okay in frost. So, oh, thank you, Beverly. I forget what this was, but I love this color and, you know, this variegation of the gray and the pink. I love it. Boy, it is really tangled. I don't know what happened here. There we go. Does anybody else here garden? It's okay if you don't. It's just my second hobby here, which, you know, isn't like a super long one because I can only do it in the summer. Kenyatta's favorite colors are pink and gray. I don't blame you. They are so pretty together. It's always hard to answer when someone says, what's your favorite color? Because I almost want to say all of them. Great Granny C, I don't like doing what you are doing, all that work. I know, I don't like it either, and I feel like it's wasting my time from doing something else, but we'll see. I'm hoping it'll be worth it. There have been I hate to say it, but there have been a couple of projects that I made and I didn't like, and then I just threw it away. So Kenyatta said, I'm not an outdoor person, so no outside hobbies. It's probably harder. Right? You're in a city, so it's probably harder to do like gardening and stuff in the city anyway. Elena said, I want to start a garden this year. Ooh, good luck. Hopefully it's a good year. Sarah said, I love Hellebores. It books in the winter and the foliage is lovely. There are different kinds. The flowers aren't your typically colored flowers, more unique. I'm going to have to look that up. I'm going to write that down. For some reason, my iPad thought I was talking to it, so it's like dinging. Oh, I just stopped. I'm writing it down. Hellebores? Is that how you say it? Is it, it blooms in the winter, but I know you have a warmer winter than I do. Like, would it bloom in the colder temperatures in the winter? I can look it up too and see what it says about it. I have some areas in my garden that I want to clear out and plant some flowers in. Or like in the front of our woods, we have 2 acres of woods that we own behind our house, and just like right along the edge of the woods, I was thinking of putting some flowers in there. And my garden beds are old, and unfortunately some of them are falling apart. So my husband said he built the garden beds for me. So he said that he would fix them. So I'm hoping that, you know, pretty soon we can go and fix them before it's time to plant stuff. No, like in the cold, it's known for colder climate. Oh, good. I had them when I lived in Oregon. They'll pop up in snow. Oh, that's cool. I'm definitely going to look those up and try and find some then, because that's rare to find something that will bloom in the winter around here. Great Granny C, I love gardening, but now after the accident, I do it in containers. I think it's easier in containers anyway. That's what I do. All my vegetables are in containers. It's just much easier, and it's much easier to keep after the weeds and stuff. We have some mulched areas around our house where I just do some annual and some perennial flowers that, you know, unfortunately I have to try and keep up with because it does get weeds. But my flower beds are pretty low maintenance, or my gardening beds are pretty low maintenance. Are yours too, Great Granny? Your garden, your containers a lot easier to maintain. You know, you just have to make sure basically that they're watered, and, you know, unfortunately sometimes we get deer or other small critters that eat from them, but, you know, yeah, pretty low maintenance. That's cool. All right, this was not the easiest of yarn to pull out. There is a little bit of a fuzz to it. I wish I could remember what it was. I don't have the ball bands for it anymore. Yes, the deer steal my pears before I get them. Oh, that's so frustrating. I know, and a lot of those critters, they'll eat it right before it gets ripe enough for us to eat. And I get so frustrated because I'll be looking at something, I'll be like, "Oh, good," like, "This should be ripe within the next, week or less," and then I go the next day and look, and they're eaten, and I'm like, "No, you ate them before they were ripe enough for me." That happened with, cantaloupe that I did last year. I planted cantaloupe and watermelon, and they didn't touch the watermelon because they couldn't get through the skin. It's not skin, but whatever it's called, I can't think right now. But the the cantaloupe, right before they were ripe, they ate them, and I didn't get any cantaloupe last year. That was really disappointing. Rind, thank you, Beverly. She got me. All right, let's see. Beverly said my favorite color is yellow, and it goes very well with gray as well. There's a lot of colors that look good with gray. Dawn and Hala, hi. Hi, Heather and everyone. 3 great channels for gardening to watch. Epic Gardening, ML Gardner, Garden State Gardener, who has a second channel that he brings in gardening experts. That is good to know. I'm going to write those down too. Garden State Gardener, I'm assuming they're from New Jersey. Which is good because New Jersey is the same climate as where I am for the most part. So whatever they're doing, I can do in mine. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, stuck again. I'm really happy to see all you guys. This is fun. I want to do this weekly, so especially since I'm not doing as many of the chatty videos. I'm doing more tutorials, but that's what I really have on my mind right now. A lot of design ideas that I want to put into tutorials. So this is a great way to, do a little bit of the chatting. This is better anyway because it's like we're talking to each other more than just me talking to a video screen and then you guys are seeing it later. Yes, Me Gardner is from Michigan. Epic, I think, is in Utah or California. Okay. Yeah, well, it's interesting then too to see what they do in the different climates. Last year I had a lot of people interested when I make my spices and stuff. So I started a channel. It's not expert gardening in the least, but it's just showing what I do just because I didn't want to mix the crocheting and the gardening. So it's in the description of my videos. It's called Heather's Gardening, I think is what I called it. Heather's Gardening. But yeah, it just kind of shows what I've been doing for gardening. I haven't posted much lately because I haven't been doing much. I've been doing the indoor, what do they call those? The sprouts. I've been doing sprouts indoors and eating the sprouts, but that's basically about it that I've been doing. And the stuff that I show is just basically here's what I planted, It's not any gardening advice or anything like that. They still have good info that doesn't just deal with climates. Okay, good. Yeah. And it is neat to be able to see how to do this better or, how much water does this need or how much, that kind of thing. I started some apple trees indoors over the winter. I have a couple of them. They're still small. They're only about this big, but I'm hoping to pot them for a couple years until they get bigger and then plant them out. We had talked about getting fruit trees and then we never got around to it. So I just thought I'll just plant some apple seeds and see what happens. And so I have a few, but they're still too little to take out or to plant outdoors. I think they probably would still be too little to plant outdoors even by the end of the summer. I mean, I could be wrong, but I thought that would be fun. Maybe I'll try to do some other fruit trees too. We have the places for it. We have we have a whole woods and a whole property to do it. It's just actually doing it. Do any of you guys have fruit trees, and what are your opinions? I've heard different opinions about apple trees. Some people love having them, and other people get annoyed with them. Some people say they're easy to care for, and other people say they're not easy to care for. So I don't know what to believe. I just thought I'm going to try it and see what happens. I think I'd also love to have like a cherry tree. I know we're not doing too much crocheting talk here, but is everybody having a good day today? Today was pretty good here. Pretty typical day at school. No major issues, which is good. It is hilarious working with middle school kids, though. The kids are like 12 to 13, 12 to 14 or 11 to 14 in our school. They just so funny the way they think or the way that they act sometimes. It's been laying down all morning. I'm glad that you're getting the chance to rest, Kenyatta. I feel bad. You're sick twice. That's not good. I hope that you can get through this one quickly. Robbie, a Gary Gardening Easy does a lot with container gardening, and she shows how to attract hummingbirds. Oh, that's interesting. She has hundreds of them hanging around her as she films. Wow, I've never heard of that before. That is cool. So I'm gonna have to look that one up too. Robbie, Gary Gardening Easy. Is the name of the channel Gary Gardening Easy? Gary Gardening Easy. I love my apple trees and peach trees. Oh, that must be fun to have peach too. Robbie and Gary. Okay, got you. I'm writing that down now, Robbie. And that would be interesting to see. We do have a lot of birds around here, so that would be funny to get hummingbird. Not funny, but that would be kind of interesting to have hummingbirds around. So, Great Granny C, is it, do you find them hard to care for, or you just, they're just kind of there? Because a lot of times I've heard both. Like some people are like, oh, the trees are just there, I don't have to do anything. And then I hear other people saying, oh, I've got to do this kind of, you know, uh, food, whatever you would call it, to make it continue, and I've got to, spray it with this or do that. So I don't know. I guess you don't know until you have them, but do you get lots of apples and lots of peaches? Elena said, we had an apple tree. It came with our house when we bought it. After many years, we took it down. Nobody ate the apples because they were way too sour. Oh, so maybe it just depends on what type you get too. Were they the kind of apples that you make applesauce with, I wonder? I don't know. That's just a guess. Then, unfortunately, when you do that, you have to add a ton of sugar. Kenyatta said she loves sour apples. Read up about companion planting helps with keeping pests away naturally. I did that this summer. I looked up which kinds of things go together. That was interesting to read, and I did okay. The things that still got them were like deer. I don't know. Is there like anything that would keep deer away? I don't know. I'd have to look that up. But like my strawberries and I read that strawberries and peppers do well together. So I planted the two of them in the same container and I had peppers galore. And the strawberries, unfortunately, most of them got eaten by deer, but I did have a few. The deer are not nice when they eat them though, because they eat the plant along with the strawberry. So then it's not like more strawberries can grow because they ate the plant. So I have to figure out what to do. I guess I can like put some kind of mesh over it or something. I'd have to figure that out. I think that might be the only way to keep them out would be to make sure that they can't get to them. Great Granny said, my son pruned them every other year. I don't do anything, maybe sprinkle a little Epsom salt. Yeah, sounds pretty easy. Sounds pretty easy. Hopefully mine will be that easy when they get bigger. But I think I'm going to keep them inside at least for a couple years until they get big enough to plant out. So this is really stuck. Good grief. Well, I think I might head out and start planning dinner. There are things to keep deer away. Also on a gardening show, they put a fence that was 2. When they jump over 1, they get confused by the second, so jump out and leave. Wow, that is genius. That is cool. I'll have to keep that in mind too. That's funny. They put 2 fences up so that they get confused. The only bad thing is our weather. Are you in a cold place, Connie? My peaches bloom too early. Oh. Okay. So do you not get a lot of them? Ohio, okay. Do you not get a lot of them each year then? Is that the problem? I think fresh peaches would be amazing. Well, I am so happy that all of you came on to chat. Thank you so much. I really enjoy our visits, and I'm going to try once a week to do this. So if you are around, I would love to chat with you again next week. We'll see what day works. No, but when I do sweet and juicy, oh, I bet they are. Fresh peaches are so good. We have some farms around here where you can go and pick. They have peaches and apples and cherries and all kinds of stuff. So, but yeah, we don't do it all the time, but the few times that we've done it, they've been really good. So, but yeah, I need to get going and get some dinner for my family. You can't have dinner late when you have two teenage boys. So, but I'm really glad we chatted. Next week, beginning of the week, I'll put out on my community tab the day that I'll do it. I have to see what's going on the schedule. I was originally going to do this on Wednesday, but then I had something pop up and I couldn't do it Wednesday. So that's how it ended up today. Maybe I'll get to a point where I can schedule a consistent day, but just keep an eye out because I'd love to talk with you guys again next week. But yeah, thanks again for popping on and take care. Have a great week. Stay safe and warm. Check out Mike Kincaid channel. Okay, Mike Kincaid. I'll write that down. Is that a crocheting one or a gardening one? I plan to put in all kinds of fruit trees and berry bushes. Haven't gotten to it yet, but we have mulberry trees here. Nice, nice. I've tried blueberries, but they don't grow very well here. So, all right, guys, I'll see you next week. Bye.